taking the salary.
So I think the responsibility to get this message across to the government rests on you now.
Yeah, we are, I will tell you one thing. When I go to schools and colleges for the children, then the school authorities tell me, Swamiji, you should better go to these politicians and these government officers. It is they who are sucking the blood. Our children are very good. Then I told them one thing, the milk which has not been spoiled only can be saved. The milk which has been spoiled cannot be saved.
Thank you.
And yet, I told them, yet we are trying to make paneer out of it. We are not throwing away the milk.
Thank you, sir. Almost tears came out from my eyes when I'm hearing you. Once I read that Swami Vivekananda said that if you want to see God in this life with your own eyes here, help a poor or help a sick man, a sick person, and see the smile on his face, and that is you are seeing God.
Yeah, very true, very true. He said many times, not only once. He said, you first worship God in man, then worship God in temple. And then he also said, what a fool you are trying to dig a well by the side of the Ganges. Here is the big Ganga flowing, and you want to dig a well. Here is the God present living, and you want to have an image of that in the temple, but there you will have to do pran pratishtha. You will have to enforce life into it. Here is the person who already having prana, already is a living person. So why not worship the living person? Why go to a worship of the dead? So that is what you are very right. He always talked about worshipping, giving preference to the worship of the poor and the underprivileged.
Yeah. Sir, I have a small question. To give that 10%, that $5,000, I have to earn that 50,000. So I have to be materialistic. If I renounce materialism, then my zeal to earn that 50,000 will not be there, and then I won't be able to give that 5,000.
Very true, very true. You must earn money and give me 10%, please.
Yes.
I want money, we want donation. You
if
go on earning money, but with values.
But if
not unethical means. That is what also Swami Vivekananda said.
If I renounce materialism, then I won't be able to earn that 50,000.
You see, materialism you have to renounce, otherwise you will be dying. You see, there are two things. We must understand the difference between materialism and material wealth. These two differences. If you earn material wealth, you do not become materialist. Materialist when you say only eating, drinking and dying is the only purpose of life. That is materialism. So you must earn money, that is important. Money is the most important factor in our life. We must earn money, but with the ethical means, and then utilize this money for a greater cause. That is better. All cannot become monks, all need not become monks. We want good monks, we want good corporate sector managing directors, efficient managing directors who will earn money, who will earn foreign exchange, give donation to us so that we can run better institutions.
Next question is from our past president, Mr. Pawan Poddar, who has also studied in USA, so he can speak on both sides. Please.
The question I have is, if one were to summarize and explain to the younger generation in a few short sentences, what was the essence of Swami Vivekananda's speech at the World Parliament of Religion in Chicago? What should it be?
World Parliament of Religion in Chicago, Swamiji said only this one, that bigotry and fanaticism should be given up, and we should have equal respect towards all religions. You practice your own religion, doesn't matter, but you must have respect for other religions. Do not denounce other religions. That was the message of Swami.
You mentioned about Bill Gates. See, what I feel that the more credit to Bill Gates is the fact that Warren Buffett gave almost $20 to $30 billion to his foundation, which would mean that Warren Buffett's name would not even be there. It will be, all the charity will be carried out by Bill and Melinda Gates.
Yeah, that is good. But one thing is there, that Melinda and Bill Gates both are traveling a lot and trying to find out the real beneficiaries. That is a great thing. They are not depending on other sources. They are having first-hand knowledge.
He died at the age of 50.
Yeah. Yeah, he took a premature retirement. Yeah, here is one person. There is one person raising his hand. Yeah.
Swamiji, thank you for indeed a very inspiring discourse this morning. I don't really have a question, but I have a comment. In the globalized world today, managers, you were talking about a double benefit that you come and you approach people with. And that flows from the teachings of Swami Vivekananda. Modern day managers today in a globalized world in the corporate sphere, where they want their companies to succeed, they have to look at a triple bottom line. Gone are the days of a single bottom line or a double bottom line. So companies today have to provide their employees, to be able to manage them, they have to provide a social, an emotional, and also an ethical, sum which has to flow out of their bottom line and yet make money. This is proving, as you know, extremely difficult.
Yeah.
To be able to provide for a content which is social, emotional, and ethical, and yet make money in a globalized environment becoming extremely difficult.
Yeah, I agree. But as I told you, when I was talking about success in long-term basis, when you talk about success in long-term basis, it is that time the ethics will pay a very rich dividend to you. And not only that, at the time of crisis, it will help you. So maybe in the beginning, to begin with, you may not be making a lot of profit because of ethical means, but on the long run, you will find it is you who are surviving, others have been wiped out. Now, this is the finding of the latest writers. As I told you, Kenneth Blanchard, one of the topmost management experts, he has written in this book, The Power of Ethical Management. He says that gone are the days when you could go for unethical means at the same time thrive. This is not possible because of two reasons. One, it's a globalized world and it's a very, very tough competition, and you have to go for productivity rather than going for unethical means and credibility, because a very tough competition is there. It's open competition. Yeah.
Hello. Just to express my deep shraddha to Swami Nikhileswarananda ji, I was remembering 30 years back in Ranchi, I listened to his first lecture, so I felt very nostalgic, you see. I am giving one announcement that following the same ideal, we are organizing from our institute, Vivekananda Institute of Environment Management, Kolkata, advancement in the field of science and technology following Swami Vivekananda. This is a national seminar. It will be there on September 28 and 29, and it will be with the support from Ministry of Science and Technology and also different corporate sectors, and it will be held in that Jadavpur University. So you can keep touch with me, and all my details are with Mrs. Sharma. Thank you.
Swamiji, India is a agricultural country. Considering importance of the agriculture, Ramakrishna Mission has developed rural-based technologies for agriculture and has demonstration plots. Will you kindly enlighten us on Swami Vivekananda's preachings on sustainable agriculture?
Yeah. Swami Vivekananda said, when he came across, he said that agriculture should be given prominence because of two reasons. One is that the benefit goes directly to the farmer, number one. Second, he said that there are less of middlemen. Of course, now the modern technology will involve so many others. But second thing, he said that because most of the people are living living on agriculture and living in the villages, the rural people, so rather than taking the rural people to the urban areas, we should try to empower the rural youth with the latest technology so that they pursue the method of agronomy and all that. So that is why I was telling about Divyan Krishi Vigyan Kendra, where I was there. We train the youths free of cost, and lodging, boarding, everything is free, and there are short-term courses on agronomy, horticulture, animal husbandry, beekeeping, pump repair, carpentry and various other trades. We are giving free of them training. And they are becoming self-employed, you know. Not only they are becoming self-employed, they are not going for job, they are not searching for job, they are becoming self-employed, they are giving employment to others. So rather than becoming employment seekers, they become employment givers. So that is what Swami Vivekananda wanted.
Swamiji, our country is passing through a very difficult phase. And I think most of the problems, whether economic or the political, are largely because of the declining social and the moral values.
Very true.
In a country like ours,
Very true.
how do we arrest this declining social and moral values?
It's a very, very nice question and a very pertinent question and a very timely question. Now, I will give you an example. On 16th April 2003, I was at Rashtrapati Bhavan talking to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I had gone there to give the CD that we had prepared based on the speech that he had delivered on 13th February 2002 while inaugurating one of the 81 school buildings constructed by us. And then we had a lot of conversation. Then I said, Dr. Kalam, you want to make India a developed country by 2020. Very good. And but I can tell you, even if you bring the wealth of the whole World Bank, the poverty of the poor people will not go. GDP growth will grow. But poverty of the poor people will not go. Why, Swamiji, why? He became very much excited. I said, for the simple reason, the former Prime Minister of India said, I did not give the name, everybody knows the name. The former Prime Minister of India said, if you put 1 rupee to the 5-year plan, only 15 paisa comes to the grassroots level farmer. I am afraid even 5 paisa is coming or not. From top to bottom, everything is been siphoned by the officers, by the ministers, and by the panchayat, and by the panchayat pramukh, and by the BDO and DDO and all that. By the time it comes, only hardly it is 5 paisa. And by the time it comes, already farmer has committed suicide. Rampant corruption in the country today. Rampant corruption in the country today. Then Dr. Kalam said, what is the solution, Swamiji? What is the solution? I said, only one solution. What we should have done on 15th August 1947, we should do it now. What is that? Swami Vivekananda said, education, education, education alone is the panacea of all our evils. But what type of education? Not the present system of education. Swami Vivekananda said, what we want is man-making education, character-building education. And what we are giving is Rakshasa-making education, demon-making education. What is Rakshasa? Not with the 2 horns, you know. Rakshasa? Bhartari says there are 4 types of people in the society. Eke Satpurusha, Parartha Ghatka, Sarthan Parityajye, Samanyastu Parartha Mudyam Abrata Swartha Avirodhane, Temi Manav Rakshasa, Parahitam Swartha Nignanti, Ye Nignanti Nirathakam Parahitam Teke Najani Mahe. 4 types of people in the society. Number 1, Satpurusha, excellent human beings. They try to do good to others by sacrificing their own life. Second, Samanya Manusha, ordinary human beings. They first try to do good to themselves, then they try to do good to others. Third, he says, Manav Rakshasa, looking like human beings, but they are Rakshasa. For their small self-interest, they can do any amount of harm to others. Examples, plenty. An executive engineer takes away 10 lakhs of rupees from under the table, not from above the table, and tells the builder, you can mix any amount of sand with cement. But give me 10 lakhs of rupees. And with that, the check dam is constructed, is all sand. And there is heavy rain and the dam is gone. Thousands of people become homeless, hundreds of people die, crores of rupees lost to the nation. But that engineer says, koi baat nahi, mera to 10 lakh mein makan ban gaya, desh jai bhad mein. This is corruption. This is Manav Rakshasa. And then he says there are 4 type of people also. Teke na jani mai, I cannot give the name. Bahut sir khujla hai, naam nahi milta hai. Because Satpurush ho gaya, Samanya Manush ho gaya, Manav Rakshasa. These are worse than Manav Rakshasa. He said, I cannot give the name. Teke na jani mahe. What are they? The 3rd type of people, for their small self-interest, they can do any amount of harm to others. 4 type of people, they don't get any self-interest, they don't get any benefit, but they enjoy others' downfall. Somebody's house is on fire. Ah, very nice. But did you get any benefit? No. Uske ghar mein aag lagi, bahut maza aa gaya. ওর বাড়ি পুড়ে গেল, খুব আনন্দ হয়ে গেল। আর তুমি কিছু পেলে না, ওর বাড়ি পুড়ে গেল, খুব ভালো হলো, খুব ভালো হলো। They enjoy others' downfall. This is fourth type. These 4 types of people Bhartari says in Niti Shatakam, and I have made a latest research. This is 5th type also. I cannot give the name. 4 type of people are such, they don't get any self-interest, they enjoy others' downfall. 5th type of people, they enjoy others' downfall so much by harming themselves, they do harm to others.